goalkeeper Jane Campbell. Just going to start the recording.
Recording in progress.
I'll go ahead and kick things off. If you have a question, please use the raise my hand option. And we'll just start with opening thoughts following today's match here in Chicago.
Yeah, super bummed about the result. Mal's obviously a really special player, and we give her an inch, and she puts the ball away. So I think that's just a bit frustrating. But I thought, the rest of the game, I thought we really controlled it. I thought, we did really well with first and second balls. I thought we were pretty composed under some pressure, and that's kind of the way the game goes. You win all the stats, but you lose the game. So tough result, but everyone gets a break now, gets to reset, and hopefully we come back a little bit better.
Thanks for that. We'll start with Theo. Go ahead, Theo.
Hey, Jane, I'm lucky today. You talked a little bit about the possession, about the stats. I feel like Chicago are a tough team because they sort of want you to have the ball. So, tactically speaking, what were the players saying to each other as the game went on when you're kind of having the ball, but Chicago are very good at sitting back and almost, like I said, kind of want you to possess and they can block those channels. So, kind of, what were the players saying to each other as the game went on? They think we've got the ball, but how do we break them down?
Yeah, I think, obviously going into the second half, we knew we needed to get at least the ball into the attacking third. So I think in the second half, it probably got a little bit messier than maybe what we wanted. But the idea was that our center backs have the ball and they can dribble, penetrate, and kind of dish it off to our midfielders or our 10s, and they can kind of do their magic higher up the field. So in the second half, it kind of got a little bit sloppier, like I said, just because of the result. So we were really pushing for something and trying to dump the ball in behind, get them turned around, and kind of just keep the pressure on them. And, I think at one point at the very, very end, we were, in their defensive half or their defensive third for, the rest of the 6 minutes. And that's never fun to defend that way. So we were really putting the pressure on them. But, they did really well defensively, and we just couldn't get something really on frame to challenge Liz, and that's going to be something special to do that. So it's okay, but learning opportunities. I think throughout the game, people were building their confidence on the ball and being able to break lines and move around for each other off the ball, which is what we really need to do just moving forward against anybody. But they're a tough team just because, like you said, they sit off, and then Mal gets the ball and creates some magic. So
Could very easily have been a clean sheet today, unlucky. It was a very good strike from Mal. Defensively, obviously things have been really improving, but going forward, it has been tough and, didn't get the rewards today. Any one reason, I know it's hard to put one reason on it, but over the last few weeks, why there just has been a bit of a dry up in the goals department?
Yeah, I think the last few games, again, if we get scored on, we don't really have much confidence going forward, and, I'll take responsibility for that. We need to keep a 0 on the scoreboard as long as possible and, make sure we don't dig ourselves a hole. So I'll throw my hand up and say that, we're probably not giving our offense the best confidence, because if we get scored on early or, even in the first half, that's kind of hard to crawl out of. So I'll take that. But I think we just need to give the attacking players just, again, more confidence, more repetition and trainings, and, letting them know that we have full faith in them to do the dang thing, put the ball in the back of the net, and just, again, pressure and pressure and pressure. The more pressure you put on the dam, eventually the dam will break. So I think at times we lose the pressure, and then the other team builds momentum, and, it can kind of create these little holes for us that we definitely don't need in games. So, I think, hopefully this break can kind of reset everybody, and everyone can come back with, a new mindset for the second half of the season, and make it exciting for the finish of the season.
Last one for me. Do the players or do you kind of have a message or a mantra kind of for the second half of the season? Like, obviously the season's not lost yet. There's been some ups, there's been some downs. Like I said, defenses are very good. You've had a very good season personally, but as a club, what is kind of the message right now heading into this break to maybe get things going on the other side?
Yeah, I think I hope everybody goes home and just kind of shuts everything off, honestly, for a few days, and just clears their mind, whether that's going on vacation or staying home or seeing family, whatever that may be. But, I think as we inch closer to reporting back for the summer tournament, I think it's going to be really important that we're dialed in on, looking at the first half of the season, what we really need to focus on. And I think it's quite clear we need to really get our offense going. And hopefully in the summer we can really nail that and, get a good rhythm, playing different teams that aren't in the NWSL and, playing NWSL opponents who maybe there's going to be a different, different lineup, which will be great. Seeing different competition is always helpful. So, like you said, the season's not over by any means. Anything can happen in the second half. It's always super exciting in this league. But, I think we really just need to focus on us in Houston and not worry so much about who we're going to face coming back in August or anything like that. We really need to, get the offense going, get a good rhythm, get comfortable on the ball, and figure out each other's movements even better, and hopefully get a result going into mid-August when we report back for league play.
Thanks, Jake. I like you today and good luck as a listener, and get ready for one.
Thank you.
Dustin, go ahead.
Hey, Jane.
Hey.
Just real quick, wanted to ask you, I know it's a tough result today, but looking ahead now to the Olympics for you, just your second Olympics, just what that means to you, representing the U.S. on such a stage like the Olympic Games.
Yeah, I'm super honored. Whatever role Coach Emma and her staff want me to play, this year it's an alternate. I'm more than honored to do that and help the team get ready. I hope Casey and Alyssa are going to perform to the best of their abilities, and I know they're going to carry the team like they always do. And whatever I have to do to prepare them for this tournament and get a medal and of course win gold, that would be icing on the cake for us, I think. So my role is just to help the team perform the best and stay available and be ready if I'm ever called upon. And I'm really, really honored to represent the red, white, and blue and represent this country, and it's just the greatest honor. So whatever role that may be, and this year it's an alternate, I'm super honored and can't wait to get over there.
Steph, we'll go to you. Go ahead.
Thanks. Hi, Jane. In any sense, if there's any kind of change or anything like that, in any team, it can, provide a little instability or whatever. But I'm just wondering what you've seen from your teammates that you think that you like in terms of their ability to adapt or learn, especially in a situation where, like, the person giving the instructions might be changing, or are there things that you think the team could do better in terms of that adaptation, or has it just been smooth?
I think it's always hard when there's change. Change is never easy. And, of course, we hope Coach Fran gets better, and, we're all thinking of him every day. But I think, change is never easy, especially in a time where we're just, like, in the constant flow of season. And, oddly, this mid-season break has kind of come at a good time where, the change was just for 2 games, and now we all get to kind of head home and reset. But, I think a different voice, whoever is leading the voice in the team, I think the best thing we can do is just buy into that voice. And Coach Ricky has done a great job stepping up, and we're all familiar with him. He was here last year as well. So, he's kind of found his voice a little bit more this year. And I'm sure he was a bit nervous stepping in, last week, but we all have his back, and we know that it's hard. It's hard with a short staff now. We're down numbers for the staff, so they're working, tirelessly every day and night to get us ready for each game. So I think for the most part, we're just trying to support them as best they can and give them the confidence to really coach us and just tell us what to do, and we'll do it to the best of our ability. I think us players, if we start to be too stubborn or, have a little bit of bad attitudes, I think that can really harm the team. But I think, we've done a really good job, and I think the staff and everyone up in leadership has done a really good job handling Fran's absence. And again, we miss him greatly, and we hope he's back soon. But I think, we tried to manage the last 2 games, and it was hard going away to Kansas City, and it was hard coming here to Chicago. So that's okay. And I think we just need to reflect on both games, regardless of who was leading. We need to reflect on both games, and the players have to perform better. And at the end of the day, we're the ones kicking around the soccer ball, not Coach Ricky or Coach Fran. So it's up to us to perform. And I think, again, this break will be a good reset for all of us to kind of look at ourselves in the mirror and say, how can we be better for the people around us and also the staff and the leadership leading us.
Just one follow-up. You mentioned something which I think is interesting, which a lot of people don't think about, the reciprocity of players giving confidence to coaching staff, and just they think about it staff to players one way. I'm just wondering, for you personally, what do you find helps create that environment where, like, you guys are giving that positive feedback and maybe creating, like, a good loop of reciprocity between you guys and the staff?
I think a few of us, like in our leadership group, are pretty vocal, and I'll throw my hand up and say I'm probably a little too vocal, but I think we all get frustrated, right? We're in kind of this spell where we're not scoring, we're not winning, and I think that can cause a lot of frustration just throughout the whole club. And I think, again, regardless of the change of voice or change of leadership at this moment, the frustration still remains the same, and it's nobody's fault. It's just ours as a collective, and we have to be able to look ourselves in the mirror and get better. So I think for us as players, the more frustrated we are on the outside, I think the staff can feel and obviously hear and see that, and they don't need to see that or hear that, and vice versa, right? We don't really want to see them being frustrated. So I think it's up to us as a leadership group to make sure that the team just remains calm and really just buys into whatever the practice plan is for that week, preparing for whatever game we're preparing for. So I think it's just on us to keep a cool, calm head, and we can throw socks at the wall inside the locker room, and that way they don't see that. But externally, when we're around the staff, I think it's up to us to be really, really calm and really focused, so that way they do have the confidence to teach us whatever they want to teach, and it's up to us to absorb that and go out and perform. So it's kind of of course we want the staff to have confidence. I would really feel bad if any staff member wasn't confident coaching us, and I hope vice versa is the same. So
Thank you, and good luck for the Olympics.
thank you.